I don't think it's ever possible to start filming when somebody's not mowing their grass. Okay, this right here, not this, that's just some old stuff, but this is gasoline in this Corona Premier bottle, and up here was the oil that was in it. You know, doesn't look great, right? Very cloudy. And that is why, for the most part, that this engine up here, I believe, would not run. So I have the tale of two engines. Both of them had spark, compression. I thought it had fuel, but the thing would not run. So this wouldn't run. Now this had two problems. And I guess it's a common problem with these old ones is that the linkage that advances the timing, it was anyway, well, it was like it wouldn't advance, so the linkage wasn't allowing it to advance. I fixed that. There's some other videos on that. I was just trying to get it to do something, because it's very strange that, like, over here I had it running, I repaired this, everything top to bottom ran amazing, and then Larry took it away and he's like calling me saying it will not run. And he put a new fuel line on. Now since I've repaired this a little bit, but he had an inline fuel filter from this tank. Okay, and this tank, you know, he said it's plastic, and supposedly he cleaned it out really, really good. Like, he just scrubbed her clean. But for whatever reason, it's that fuel that I just showed you, that's what it is. So that's not gonna run. And then I'm gonna do this in a bit, because I'm gonna dump that old fuel out. But this thing, same deal. I mean, almost exactly to a T. I think the timing wasn't advancing, and it's got water in the fuel. So what's the deal with that? So this is my tank, just an old Atwood, and I think he said he's got a 6-gallon at home. He could just run that. I've got his sitting up here, so I'm gonna dump that water bottle, and then I'm gonna pump some of this gas out of here and see what it looks like. But it definitely seems to me like this is bad. So it's got a brand new line and everything. All he needs, oh, I got a tie wrap, that's what's he just needs, whoa, I mean, it smells like gas, but it will not run. So on that gas anyway, runs on my tank just fine. So I need to disconnect my tank, and I'm gonna jump it over to here, fill up the tub, you know, get out my timing light and some things, and go ahead and run it. Alright, I'm gonna see if fuel is a problem with this one too. Well, I know it is, but to start, I gotta check. I'm gonna check my timing. So you got a bunch of stuff you gotta hook up first, like timing light, remote start, tub with some water. And we're gonna turn this key off. Right down the avenue. Alright. I disconnected my fuel. I don't need that. Plus it'll push any of that old fuel out of there. So I don't know where I'm gonna put you, because you're gonna be in the way no matter what I do. I guess I go get my stand. That's what I do. Hang on. Alright. I'm timing this Mercury from the 80s. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it. It's not terrible. You're gonna have to find top dead center. That's the first thing you do, really. You can take your shift cable or your throttle cable off, and then what you're gonna do is find that top dead center. And you can do that with like a pencil or whatever. Then you're gonna have to get a dial indicator, and you're gonna have to zero that thing out. And then what you want to do, so once you zero it out, see this engine I think is 0.464. I have to look on the flywheel again, but I can't remember. There's a bunch of different models of this over the years, so I don't know, you know, like, you're just gonna have to do what you can do. But up here, now that I put it on the stand, it's kind of a pain. Let me just take you off for a second. Up here, we'll probably back this up, but it says 0.464. So with that dial indicator, you're gonna back this up. This thing is gonna line up right with that mark, and mine does. Otherwise, you could be off as much as like 6 or 8 degrees. I mean, you could be really off. And you know, they painted over these, you know, Mercury emblems, which has your timing. So a good thing that you can do is just write it on here if you know what it is. That way it's in a couple places and you won't get lost. You know, you won't be playing a guessing game, because like on some, they're like, you know, it says like 4 to 9 degrees, 2 to 9 degrees, and then I've seen even 5 to 7 degrees. So the only thing I can do is try to advance it and then see where it likes to land, or, you know, basically take a couple different, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a guessing for me, because, you know, so I got a spark checker hooked up. I know I got spark. Yep. And there's the phone. Okay, so this is your idle, like, stop screw. And then this screw is going to be like your wide open throttle stop. So this stops the butterflies. And then up here, this one right here is going to be our wide open throttle timing stop. And then this one over here is our primary and secondary pickup. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. This linkage right here that Mercury did is really, really weird. I'll just say that. So all I gotta do right now is I gotta check my timing, see where I'm at least, you know, because I can always do like this. As long as this is like, say, 2 degrees, then I can check it from here. And then, but I want to check this wide open throttle now that I got this thing to move, because the linkage wasn't moving before, and now it is. So you can't really see that up to there, but it is. I don't know. I was even looking up here, boy. Yeah, man, it's not advancing a lot. Huh. Okay, let me check in here. Alright, well, it's very busy. Alright, well, it's very busy, man. I can barely keep up. I'm trying, though. So what was it doing? I was timing that motor. The reason it was actually, I freaked out is because I had one of the screws tightened all the way in, and, or not all the way, but, so anyway, start from scratch. So let me back you up. It's pretty simple. You're gonna make some marks on your flywheel, and that's gonna be, hopefully you have the timing marks on the front. And if you do, write them down, because somebody will come along and wipe them off with acetone or something, and then, you know, you're kind of screwed. Alright, this is our idle right here. That's that idle. And sinking the carbs, this screw right here is your primary secondary pickup. And so it's kind of out. It's not even really touching until I just crack this, and then it just cracks the carburetor. But I can just barely see that. Alright, so idle timing. I'm thinking it's around, you know, that 2 degrees. Maybe it's 5 to 7 after top dead center, or before top dead center, I'm sorry. And I won't know that until I just, you know, do a good college try. Then this is going to be your wide open throttle timing, and this one right here is just your, you know, your butterfly stop. That's all it is. This is a really weird design. And usually also whenever you're all the way in idle, this arrow and this right here is supposed to line up. We'll see what happens. So now I got this at 19 degrees. I'm pretty sure that's where it's supposed to be. And then I'm thinking at 2 degrees after top dead center, 2 to 9 is where this is. It has some NGK BUHWs 2s in it, but I'm gonna throw some Champion L76s in it. Hook up some gas and see if she'll bark off. So I guess let me do that. And then I got Mark coming over. We're supposed to go test drive this thing, which is good because I want to get it out of here. Alright, I've set the timing, got my gas tank hooked up. This is not it, by the way. And now what, man? I don't know. I got to go turn the key to the on position. I think it already is. So I don't have the throttle cable hooked up. And if I need to, like, I can always prime it by hitting this right here. We should see, you know, if you'll go in there once I prime the bulb. Well, you know what I mean. I don't know. Just try to get you out of the way if I can. Okay, let's see if this thing will bark off. Pumped up the bulb. Looks like I got good fuel pressure. Let's see if I see any of this shoot out. Yeah, a little bit. Let's see if it'll start. Yeah, it's going to. Let's give it a little bit of advance. Dang it. Come on, baby. You still pumped up? Let's get there. Plug bars, all right. Almost sound like a back bar. Started up sound good, doesn't it? Right there, what's our time? Whoa. So why did it... I got those carbs back on. And you just never know what you're gonna find. I did the same thing, man. I dumped some gasoline into this, and I swear this is the same deal. Look, it's got that, it's the same deal. I mean, I'll tell you what. Just to prove that that's what that looked like. I mean, you can see it. It's like white. That ain't gonna burn. Let me go rinse this out. I don't have another bottle that's good. That looked terrible. And another one where that fuel is just obviously just trying to clean it. So you see I got a clean bottle. Okay. I mean, as clean as it could be, I guess.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking at this fuel. This fuel's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everything I get lately, the fuel looks terrible.
Well,
I mean, it.
That's because people keep putting that ethanol fuel in their tanks.
Yeah, this guy was
Stop doing that, they wouldn't have near the issues they have.
I agree. This guy, he's like, oh, I got 70 gallons of wreck tank fuel. Like, this is the greatest or whatever. And I'm kind of like, huh? Okay. As soon as they say that, man, you almost immediately go, oh, uh-oh. That's not good.
Well, it's like Derek says from Vice Grip Garage. Gas from 30 years ago is much better quality than it is today.
Right. And it'll last a long time. So like
when he gets out there and he does those revivals, he figures out that if he's got something that's like 30 years old and the tank's still solid and looks good,
yeah,
and it's still got 5 or 10 gallons of fuel in it, in all likelihood that gas is still good.
Right. He'll run it.
You know, because that gas is good, much better quality.
Right. Well, check this out. Here, hang on. I'm going to show you this.
Well, that's annoying the crap out of me, dude.
Okay, well, I just wanted a clean bottle.
Hard on the yellow eardrums.
I just wanted a clean bottle. Now, check this out. This is the fuel. First of all, whenever I squeeze on it, it should really come out. And it's barely coming out. So that's a problem.
Got a green tint to it.
Well, they all will because they got 2-stroke oil in it. But see, that's not, I mean, that should come out a lot easier than that. It's like it's got a restriction, first of all, somewhere. I don't know if it's through this pump or what.
Is it not? It might be the filter. Is that a new filter?
Well, yeah, we don't even know if that's the right filter. So,
could be the filter.
Yeah, but, well, true. I was going to take that out of line and see if it, but look at this, look at this.
Your flow should improve if you take that offline.
But I mean, look at that, I don't know what to think of that. If it separates out and it's got ethanol down there, then it ain't no good.
I don't know.
I mean, what do you think of that? Huh?
I don't know, Jeff.
I mean, do you think that's
mixed fuel, so it's hard to gauge. I mean, it looks like pretty clean fuel to me, because once you mix the 2-cycle oil in, you're going to get
a slight green,
but it looks pretty clean to me.
I guess. Seems cloudy to me, but I don't know.